this world. Let's move from one conflict to another and to Europe, where a Ukrainian drone strike injured a railway worker and damaged a power line in Russia's Voronezh region overnight. That according to local governor Alexander Gusev. The track technician was hospitalized and train services were briefly delayed before resuming by Sunday morning. Russia's defense ministry said 9 drones were shot down over Voronezh and claimed a total of 46 Ukrainian drones were destroyed overnight across regions west of Moscow. Kyiv has previously said such strikes are retaliation for Moscow's ongoing bombardment of Ukraine, which is targeting infrastructure that supports Russia's war efforts. The attack comes in the wake of the Trump-Putin summit in Alaska, which ended without progress towards ending the conflict directly, but with discussions set to still carry on. President Trump says that Kyiv should reach a deal with Moscow, remarking that Russia is a very big power, and they're not. Well, joining us to discuss all of these developments, Glenn Grant, an ex-advisor to the Ukrainian Defence Minister, who joins us live from Riga, Latvia. Glenn, as always, a pleasure. A lot for us to get through, so let's jump straight in. Firstly, your opinion on these Ukrainian strikes. Do you share that rhetoric from Ukraine that it is a retaliatory strike, of course, in the wake of Russian strikes going the other way?
No, I don't. It's just that's a silly thing to say. This is a war. And this is just another attempt to reduce the Russian attacks in general on Ukraine. Remembering that the fighting on the front line, don't forget this, the fighting on the front line is going on heavily. And yesterday there were something like 150 attacks in various parts of the line by Russian forces. So everything that Ukraine is doing in the rear area is trying to reduce the effectiveness of the front line. So you could use the word retaliatory, but that's retaliation for the whole last 3.5 years, which makes the word a nonsense.
Yes, and Glenn, let's look at some comments from Donald Trump. He says that Russia is strong and Ukraine is not, and that Ukraine should agree to a deal. Conversation has been raised about the Donetsk region potentially being a point where there could be some compromise. Do you think Zelensky is in a mood to compromise after being excluded from these talks?
No, I don't. But he is between a rock and a hard place. If he wants to keep Trump on side and America on side, he's got to show at least some flexibility. But you know, this is disgusting of Trump. He's taking the Russian side against Ukraine, and his comment that Russia is big and Ukraine is small is actually. Geographically, it's correct, but in terms of this war, it's not as correct as it might look, because don't forget that Ukraine has already trashed a large part of the Russian Navy, and it's destroying huge amounts of energy facilities in the rear. Russia is actually hurting, and Putin, one of the things that Putin wants from this conference is Trump's support for delay. Because if he gets delay, it gives him time to rebalance things and to continue his attacks on the front line.
Glenn, before we wrap up this discussion, of course, Vladimir Putin and Trump speaking in Alaska. You joined us on the programme live when that was taking place. Another conversation on Monday now between Donald Trump and Volodymyr Zelensky. Do you think Trump's rhetoric will change once again after that meeting?
Well, I'm hoping that the president of Finland goes to the meeting as well, because he is a friend of Trump, and something that I've just said on BBC, which is that it's only personality that actually sways Trump. He's not swayed by strength of European forces or money or anything else like that, because he doesn't really understand it. So if someone in the room is actually talking sense that Trump believes, then there's a chance that we might actually get a sensible outcome from this. Otherwise, he's just going to bully Zelensky. And by the way, I'm in Kiev, not in Riga.
Oh, thank you, Glenn, for that update. I really appreciate you joining us. Of course, such a complex discussion to be had with so many different moving parts, discussions ongoing, and so many countries that, of course, are involved. We will now move